Well, it's been about 2 weeks since I did the oil cooler. That guy, the Mishimoto Oil Cooler. And I thought my oil filter, there's the part number. I hope you can read that. Hold on. So I noticed it was dripping about once every 4 seconds. And it's coming from, let me get the light in here, the bottom. There's no way I can get that in the camera. Right there. It's coming from right there. I cleaned it all off with the brake cleaner, and just to see where it's leaking from, I just started it back up, let it idle for about 3 minutes, and that's the result. So I know the factory stock OEM Ford with 260,000 miles on it did not drip a drop of oil on the back of this seal, but the Mishimoto one does. Don't know why. That's rather odd. That's my update. I gotta take a few days off of work to pull this freaking thing back off, and then I'm just gonna silicone RTV the shit out of this this gasket, both sides. I don't know which side it's leaking on or dripping from. Yeah, it just dripped to my chin. That guy right there. Yeah. So there we are. Gotta get back underneath the damn vehicle, take time off of work. I knew I should have bought the Ford part, but I bought the Mishimoto part. So there it is. Oh, and this is the result. So it's leaking off of the oil filter, and it's completely covered everything to include my fuel tank with oil. So the entire undercarriage of my truck is now covered in oil thanks to the Mishimoto part. So gents, my advice is to buy the Ford gasket set, not the Mishimoto set. And because the gasket set that comes with the Mishimoto oil cooler is obviously junk, I would say just go get the Ford part and be done with it. Save $100 or so. All right, I'm back again. 3 weeks later. I pull the oil cooler back off because it was leaking. There we go. Good catch pan is those masonry mixing troughs you get at Home Depot for, I don't know, like 20 bucks. Catches 99.9% of all the fluids, and it's a huge pan. A lot cheaper than getting anything automotive. It was leaking right here in the bottom. You see that? This little guy right there. Yeah, this is the Mishimoto seal. I think it failed, because none of the other ones do that. Matter of fact, I think it's broken here too, or here as well. This is so difficult to do with one hand. Yeah. This bottom seal here. Yeah, of course it's backwards. Right there. The one that goes in this oil port. That seal failed. This is brand new. 3 weeks. I lost, I don't know, over 3 weeks, about a half a gallon, quarter gallon of oil. So garbage. Well, I guess I'm not going to the NBA, but I am good enough for the WNBA because I can do a layup. WNBA approved. Well, it's clean. There's no crack. There are no cracks. Use some 1000 grit wet dry. Cleaned up with some acetone. I'm really considering putting RTV on this. I don't know. Ford says don't do it, but I don't want to do this again. I don't want it to ever leak. Oh yeah, speaking of Ford, let me show you the parts.
There's the part numbers for anybody who's curious. This is the seal that the Mishimoto failed on. This seal from Mishimoto, this one's from Ford, but the one that's similar to this one from the Mishimoto did not fail. I thought that one would have failed because remember that's the one that I had misplaced and originally had bolted the oil cooler up without that one on there. Dumbass. So yeah, this is the part number. These two seals, over $100. Whiskey, Tango Foxtrot. Well, I decided to RTV it. Not only will it hold the gasket in place, but this is one more extra line of protection. Yeah, this part from Ford was blue. That one was black. I don't know. All I got is this ultra gray. I usually use ultra black for this type of application. But, you know, you smoke them if you got them. That's all I got. It'll work. Just got the clamps in there to put some pressure on it so that the stuff sets up a little bit better. Because I haven't even cleaned the block yet. All right, now time to clean the block. Okay, so once again, I have changed out my oil cooler gaskets. And let's go see what we got. So it seems like we're good to go. So I'm going to celebrate with some 100 proof Evan Williams, a little bit of Barks Root beer, because why not? And drinking toast. No, well, as Farmcraft 101 says, no leaky.